Hey guys, what's up? I know I'm not putting out videos in the normal frequency I used to, but I am planning on putting more videos back up, as you can see with this one. Yeah, life is still getting in the way. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. It's not like the shit that I was dealing with before, but it's still, you know, getting in the way and keeping me from putting things up. But yeah, they're coming up, don't worry. As you can see with this one. And I am catching up. I'm trying to catch up with my YouTube stuff. There's a lot of YouTube stuff I need to catch up on. A lot of videos I haven't watched that I've, I've missed. A lot of people put up some really good stuff. So I've been trying to do that. And one person I had to check out, I shouldn't say obviously, but I definitely had to check out was Sarahon. Because I'm subscribed to him and I always try to catch his stuff. I normally don't miss anything he puts out. So I'm checking out a video that he had put out back in July 1st. Yeah, that's how far back. I mean, that's how bad it is. That's how much shit I gotta catch up on. July 1st, for God's sakes. Excuse the expression. Yeah, I'll check out a video that he made about this, the usual bullshit that Yoko tends to put up. He apparently put up some video on his channel about some other idiot espousing the usual garbage propaganda about, oh, you gotta, bow down to God and repent or else. And he did a really, really good job of just skewering the bullshit that was spouted there, the stupidity of the video, as well as also talking about the essence of fear in that particular religion and the part it plays. He did an excellent job of that. But there was an aspect that I don't think he really touched on that I want to address here. It's something that me and my wife had noticed while we were watching this. It was at the beginning. And for those of you guys who haven't seen the video, I'll put up a link on the side. But I'll just summarize here. Sarahon was touching on how in the same breath, the guy says in the beginning, when it comes to God, God is a just and powerful God. You must fear Him. You must fear with great fear. You might as well write the word fear and leave, PH334R. Fear with great fear. But then he also goes, but God is a merciful God. And you have to repent and actually feel sorry for what you've done. You can't just simply submit to Him out of fear. That's not acceptable. That's not valid. My wife are going, hold on. This is bullshit. Now, it's not about what you think. I mean, I know the contradiction is obvious. I mean, how can you in one breath say, fear with great fear, and then yet on the other hand, but if you just fear, then it's not good enough? Come on, you can't have it both ways. What the fuck you want? But there's another aspect that doesn't quite mesh. And I wish my wife was here because she's the one who first voiced it. I was thinking the same thing, but she was the one who actually, she told me to press the pause button. She voiced this. Damn, but she basically said this, and it's true. You can't be just and merciful at the same time. Yeah, let that sink in for a bit. I know some of you, I'm pretty sure even some atheists and some free thinkers might actually be looking at me like, huh, what the hell are you talking about? No, seriously. You can't be just and merciful at the same time. It don't work that way. They are diametrically opposed to one another. It doesn't work. You might go, what the fuck are you talking about? Let me explain. Okay? To be just. Okay, this implies law. This implies order. This implies justice. And as you know, these sort of things are supposed to be fair and balanced, according to whatever framework of order it happens to work in. I mean, this is at least the this is how it's written on paper. This is the principle, the underlying principles of the thing. This is the way it's supposed to go. Now, with this particular order and this particular set of balance, to be just, you have to merit out rewards. Oh, now she's down here. You have to be able to merit out punishments and rewards fairly. You can't have a slant toward one side or the other. You can't met out these sort of things, especially if you're some type of leader or a judge, a king, whatever the fuck you are. You can't met these things out with any prejudices or any preferences swaying your judgment. And then again, the word judge, again, is related to just and justice. I mean, for you role players out there, think of a paladin, you know, who's supposed to be the just warrior who follows the cause of his, whether it's a god or a religion or just goodness. They have to follow the laws of that thing. For you D&D players, you know about being lawful good. They follow a law, and they have to go write things according to that law. So they're not merciful. If somebody deserves to be punished, then goddamn it, they're going to get punished. If somebody deserves to get a reward, then they're going to be rewarded. But they're going to get those things to the same degree as whatever deed they have done to merit whatever consequences they've got. So if you did a good thing, whatever reward you're going to get is going to balance out with whatever deed you've done. It's not like just because you happen to have said hello to someone, you automatically get $1 million. No, you know, you're going to get a reward to fit your deed. Likewise, if you've jaywalked, you know, putting you in the electric chair is going to be kind of freaking extreme. It's got to be just. That's what being just is. Now, in the same token, when you're being merciful, you're not being just. Because you're now letting whatever feelings you have or whatever circumstances are or whatever the person is to kind of change whatever the just thing was supposed to be. Whatever just happens to be in your particular order or scheme of things. So, for instance, you know, and let's just take personal vendettas, for instance. You know, somebody slaughtered your family, you're out for revenge, you're going to get the guy. You know, I was going to, you know, rip out your entrails slowly, inch by inch, but I'm going to be merciful and give you a swift death. Now, you know, we can argue, you know, killing is still killing, but you see what I mean now? Like, alright, let me give you another example. Somebody was bugging a group of people, they put him in court, they find out that, you know, he happens to be a 14-year-old kid. Now, the law states that the guy's going to have to, well, I'll just say in this imaginary city he had to serve 5 years in prison. But we're going to be merciful because you're 14 years old, so we're going to reduce the sentence to 1 year in juvie and community service. Now they're being merciful. It's not in the law books. See the difference? Now I know you're saying I'm arguing semantics here, and we can argue about what's being just and what, oh, that's not fair, that's not right. No, there's a difference between being just and what's merciful. Many times we mix up mercy with being just. No, they're two different freaking things. Sometimes what we want, the treatment that we think somebody deserves or what we deserve, we sometimes think it's being just. No, it's actually being merciful. When you're being merciful, you're kind of putting a slant on things. You know, and sometimes many people think that being merciful is being just. Like, you know, somebody happens to go on my front, I'm an old man, the kids are playing on my freaking lawn, so I just tell them, get the hell out of here. Some other old guy, man, if it was me, I would have kicked their freaking ass. You know, being merciful means, whenever you're being merciful, you're giving up some form of order, some form of law. You normally would have done X, Y, and Z. But because of whatever circumstances, like, I'll let it slide. That's being merciful. You don't let things slide when you're just. I know I'm going to get a whole lot of comments on this, but guys, really, think about it. Look up the definitions and really think about it. You can't be just and merciful at the same time. So this whole thing about a just and merciful God is bullshit. It's also a contradiction. Should we be surprised? I don't think so.